Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. An intelligent person is never happy if there is no intellectual treat in anything. If we are simply told, see, God is great, why worry, relax, He has taken care so far. Intelligent person can never be happy. He requires a lot of logic argument. This is how many people are attracted towards Vedanta. They are intellectual, poor people. So, after having intellectually, logically proved how the body cannot be me, how the self is other than the body, up to this point when we came, the teacher also told that not only we cannot be the body, but we cannot be also the soul, the jiva. When we come to this point logically, now a question is raised. Iti atmadeha bhavena prapasya prapanchasya eva satyata yathokta tarka shastrena. So you have logically proved that whenever we are identified with the gross body, this world is real. So you have proved it logically, we agree. Prapanchasya satyata. The world is real only when we are identified with our gross body. Then the question comes, tataha kim? So what? Many people have this kind of question. Okay, we agree, we are Brahman. So what next? See, it is something like this, we are told. Kindly, iska jara, kya kehte hain, brass kam karo. So, when we are told, if you go to, Taj Hotel, in that Taj Hotel, such lovely food is available. You can just go through the menu and you can see how many types of dishes are available. So I go there and sit down. And the bearer comes and gives me the menu. And I study there, Asanga Purusha Proktaha Brodharanyake Bija Anantamana Samsishta Katham Sadhi Kapaman Tatrai Vacha Samakhyataha Swam Jyotirhi Purusha Padjalaha Prakashoham Katham Sadhi Kapaman. I read the whole menu and come out. So what? Hunger is still there. Arey Maharaj, you have to experience the meaning of the menu by ordering, paying and eating. Oh, it's like that. Yes, it's like that. Logic only helps us to drop our wrong notions. But simply dropping our wrong notions is not enough. We also have to assert that knowledge as our own. And therefore, when the student asks the question, Tataha kim purusharthata? Logically, you have proved and we agree that the body is not created by us, the body doesn't listen to us. Therefore, how can I be the body? The body undergoes modifications. We have never experienced that we have changed. Therefore, I cannot be the body. Blah, blah, blah. So many things were told and we accept logically. Accepted. What next? Tata kim purushartha. So what? Now here the teacher takes up this routine question which every fool has. Ityatma deha bhedena dehatmatvam nivaritam idanim deha bhedasya hi asatvam sputamuchyate. Now in the 42nd verse, the teacher takes up the thing. Iti atma deha bhedena dehatmatvam nivaritam. Thus far, what we have done, we have established by proper discrimination that the self and the body are totally different from each other, and thus body is not to be accepted as a self. See? This is one very basic understanding. This question can never come to our mind. Who am I? As long as we are holding on to that I am body, when I have accepted myself to be the body, where is the question? Whether I am a man or woman, whether I am young or old, whether I am beautiful or awful, this question can never come. This question can come only if I am other than the body, then who am I? See, friends, that is why the first step necessary is, at least intellectually, we have to be fully convinced that a body I cannot be. And when this happens, then the second step comes. Because we have been living only as a body so far. Then question comes, then who am I? So first requirement is that I as a body notion has to be corrected. And this is what has been done so far up to the 41st verse. So, iti atma deha bhedena dehatmatvam nivaritam. So, I am the body, the deha, nivaritam. This is properly negated, and we have come to a point that the embodied is other than the body. See? Now, the more you work on this, your whole approach to life will change. See, it is something like, somebody is told that now you have already started your sugar factory, therefore you don't have license to import sugar from outside. But suppose I do blackmailing and I smuggle sugar in my system, then you prepare yourself to go to hospital. Oh, the diabetes is so bad, yes. So when we are convinced, then we will automatically drop our attraction towards the sugar. First, we have to be convinced. If we are not convinced, we will never work. See, friends. Therefore, iti atma deha bhedena dehatmatvam nivaritam. Idanim, now, what is the next step that is to be understood? Deha bhedasya hi asatvam sputam uchyate. Now the next step is that the body does not exist. Oh Lord, see, I had gone for some function and then eat this, eat that, so I ate everything. So while eating food, it is real. During lecture, it is illusion. What is the truth? See, friends. So, idanim deha bhedasya hi asatvam. The difference is on account of the body, that is now being brought out very clearly as unreal. It is not true. How our bodies may be different, but we are not. See? Is it that, somebody's body is made out of 5 elements? Some people's body, somebody is very fat, a round figure. How come he is so fat? 11.5 element. See? The same 5 elements. The same physiology, the same problems of health and diseases. There is no difference. See, friends. Therefore, now we will try to see how the differences among the bodies also are not real. Chaitanyasya ekarupatvat bhedo yukto na karhichit jivatvam chamrushaj deyam rajjau sarpagraho yatha. The first thing, Chaitanyasya ekarupatvat. See? Now let us start seeing oneness. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Pranavandhanat liyate manaha and ekachintanat nashametyadaha. When we practice pranayam, the mind becomes relatively quiet. Now that relatively quiet mind is not the goal. Many of us get lost in this understanding. There should be peace everywhere. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti. Om. And this creates noise. Only peace cannot be the goal of life. That peaceful mind is further now employed for inquiry. Inquiry of what? Of the one. You must have come across many people, the so-called spiritual seekers. They don't tolerate this much of disturbance. Little bit of disturbance, they flare up. See? One lady wrote me a letter. After many years, I got a letter through post on Sharda Sangeet Vidyalaya address. And it was on my, book. I said, who has written this letter? Dilapidated hand, must be old, 17, 18, 19, not out, like that, Pappu Swami. Pappu means Param Pujani. Pappu Swami. And the hand is also shaking. While reading, I was shaking. And in that, when I opened it carefully, it was so solid pasted, as if it contains some huge cash. So with great difficulty, I had to take something and open slowly. And then I have decided to go to such and such ashram for a month. But that Swami told one clear condition: I should not talk to anybody. That is the condition. For 1 month, I should not talk to anybody in the ashram. In house also I am alone. Nobody to talk here. So I thought, why not go there and try not to talk. See friends, one of the most important spiritual practice, don't get involved with anything or anybody. See? Na prishtaha kasyachit bruyat, na cha anyayena pruchataha, janan api medhavi, jadaval lokamacharet. Don't get involved with anybody in this world. Most important thing. But we have that old habit. Two people are talking. Kya? Ye to laga kya? Because you are elder, it doesn't mean you have qualification to poke nose in everybody's business. See, friends. So, she was told, you should not talk to anybody, and then only you will be living in spiritual life. So, we should be calm and quiet, observe Mauna. And inside, like there is a terrible radiation storm on the sun. In the same way, there are tremendous volcanoes erupting inside. You can see from their eyes. I don't know whether you came across or not, but I do come across. There are some people in whose eyes I cannot see. It's very difficult. I feel somebody is bouncing on me with, a huge, the radiation velocity. Because inside there are volcanoes coming out. See, friends, therefore, let us very clearly understand, only quiet mind cannot be the goal. Then that quiet mind is now engaged into practice of knowledge. Now what is the practice of knowledge? First, let us start our journey from wherever we are to what we are. So where we are in the multiplicity. What we are, Chaitanyasya Ekarupatvan. We are one without a second. So now our journey begins from the many to the one. See? Now this journey from many to the one is not in time, it is not in space, it is not in objects. In this journey we don't start, in this journey we don't reach, in this journey we disappear. See the fun. So what is that journey? Objects are many. Take one, eka chintanan, one object. Example, colors and forms. Then colors and forms are many. One is the vision. So we have rejected the objects. We have come to the vision, the eyes. Then eyes also have got many modifications. We reject that, we come to the mind. Mind is one. Mind has got many thoughts. All those thoughts are illumined by the one conscious principle. See, as we go nearer to ourselves, the world starts shrinking to such an extent that the world disappears and we alone remain. Like such a big multiplicity now, in the dream it is less, in the deep sleep it is not. See, eka chintanat. This chaitanyasya eka rupatva, the conscious principle being one, deha bhedaha na yuktaha garhichit. And because of the many bodies, the consciousness has not become many. Because of the many sense organs, the mind has not become many. Because of the many types of lives, the consciousness expressing through so many conditionings have never become many. Therefore, chaitanyasya eka rupatvat bhedo yukto na karhichit. Similarly, jivatvam cha mrushasneyam. These two principles understand. The consciousness which is expressing as identification with the body creates an illusion of multiplicity, but this illusion is only conditional, aupadhika. And when our attention is away from the conditionings and to that which is expressing through the conditioning, then only we are able to discover the one. Now after having told this, now we come to the second point, the jiva, the soul, jivatvam cha mrusha. Mrusha is false, not real. See friends, once we catch this point, your whole concept of life will change. See, jiva is expression of the infinite through the limitations of some conditionings. See? Now, the popular example that I give to you all, which you feel very homely with, man is infinite. He expresses through the limitations of the conditionings of wife. Suddenly, the happiness is reduced to. So that husband is the jiva and the man is Brahman. Now be attentive. Is husband a proper noun or a common noun? It's a common noun. It's not a proper noun. So if somebody tells, as a husband I am very miserable, every husband is miserable. It's a common noun. So what is great about it? Thus, come to discover, as a jiva living in this relative world, you can never expect absolute happiness. Then you will get relative happiness. See? Suppose you are hungry, you come home terribly hungry, and then your wife tells, honey, I know you are very hungry, therefore let us go to a hotel. I thought you will cook something very fresh. Hotel, everything is fresh. Therefore, jivatva, as husband is only the manifestation of man through the wife in the same manner. Jivatva is nothing but the manifestation of consciousness through any body. Man, woman, dog, donkey, snake, or a mosquito. It is the same. Like light is a manifestation. Whether it is a so small tiny bulb in your computer, or it is a blazing bulb which is illuminating the cricket ground, it is the same principle. Once you get this point, that the jiva is abhivyakti, manifestation, not vyakti, individuality. See? Then what will happen? The individuality disappears, all the problems disappear. What we are doing, we are living as individuals. If you just look within, whenever we are disturbed, we are somebody. Either mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law. We are somebody. And that somebody is an individuality. But once we understand this principle, that husband is not an individuality, it is a common factor. The wife is not an individuality, it is a common factor. See? Then your approach to life will change. And this is what will happen. Therefore, Chaitanyasya ekarupatvad bhedo yukto na karhichin jivatvam cha mrishanjneyam rajjo sarpagraho yatha. See, I told you number of times, Vedanta is complete, incomplete without the snake and the rope. Both are required. Whether you know Brahmana or not doesn't make any difference. But you must know the snake and the rope. And both of them have got a purpose. The snake is left on the disciples. And then the rope is kept for the Guru to hang himself. Both are real. See? When the rope is mistaken as a snake, has the rope ever become a snake? Now the question is, where is the snake? Is that snake like this wire is on this rod? Is this way that the snake is on the rope? No. Is the snake in our eyes? If the snake is in our eyes, we will see everybody as Nagakanya. But that is also not true. Then where is the snake? The snake is there where the blueness of the sky is. We do experience the optical illusion. So where is the blueness of the sky? There is that snake. And the moment we discover that this blue color of the sky is an optical illusion, after having known that it is an optical illusion, the blueness of the sky doesn't disappear. But our notion that the sky is blue, that notion disappears. In the same manner, when we come to discover our real nature, the notion that I am the body or I am the soul, that notion will disappear. Thereafter also, we continue to live the same way, going to bed, eating, and going for a walk, having diseases, taking medicine, going to the doctor. That tamasha will continue incessantly. It won't change. Miseries will be there, but there won't be a miserable personality. See, friends, this is what is the meaning of, what is the meaning of logically proving, yes, the body I cannot be. So what? This is what will happen. Further, rajva jnanat kshanenaiva yadvad rajur hi sarpini bhati tadvat chiti sakshat vishwakarena kevala. The moment the projected snake is recognized as the rope, the snake disappears, and now the same snake is recognized as a rope. In the same manner, tadvat chiti bhati. In the same manner, the moment the jiva bhava is rejected, one comes to discover that I am not the jiva, but absolute conscious existence expressing through all the conditionings. Kshetrajnam japi mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. 13th chapter, 2nd verse. When Bhagavan says, Kshetrajna is not one per head. See, friend, this is one of the most important things. Otherwise, you go to various kind of things, and then, papoham, papa karmaham, I have done this sin, where will I go? Go to the hospital. And then, tera mera sin. Tera my sin is nothing but the sin thing. Go on taking the sinful tablets. See? Therefore, if you are a Punjabi, you will not take Krosin. Karosin. Rajju jnanat kshanenaiva yadvad rajju hi sarpini. So, because we don't know what is, this is a rope, we imagine it is the snake, and tadvat chitihi, in the same manner, the consciousness is appearing as this world. The moment we look at the world not as the names and the forms, but the common substratum, that very moment the world disappears. And what is the world? Be attentive. That about which thoughts erupt, that about which desires come, that about which anger comes, that is the world. See? Therefore, Kathopanishad says very clearly, Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. See? Yada, when all the desires are erased for good, desireless experience is Godhood. Atra Brahma Samashnate. And desires are always about something other than the self. We cannot have desire about ourselves. We have desire about others. What others should do. See, I cannot have desire about my camera. I will have desire about your camera, not mine. See, then what is the desire about my camera? Nobody should touch it. So whatever we possess, a desire for protection, kshema. Whatever we don't have, a desire to have, yoga, kshemam. These are the two things. Whole life is spent only for these two things. Bhagavan Krishna says in the 9th chapter, Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana pariyupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham LIC. He who is totally one with me in time, space and objects, he is free from the load of yoga kshema. The life without the burden of yoga kshema is living in God. Therefore, when we look at the world no more as an object, but when we look at the world, our own extension, there cannot be any desire. See, friends. So, tadvat chiti bhati sakshat vishwakarena kevala upadanam prapanchasya brahmanonyanya vidyate tasmat sarva prapanchoyam brahmaivasti na chetarata. Asya prapanchasya upadanam brahmanaha anyanya vidyate. This world is made out of Brahman. Be very attentive. Any object requires a minimum of two causes. One cause is the material cause, and second is the efficient cause. Like for a pot, clay is the material cause, and the pot maker is the efficient cause. Only the clay cannot get converted into a beautiful pot, or only a pot maker cannot make a pot without the clay. But here the teacher says both the nimitta karan as well as the upadan karan, the efficient cause as well as the material cause, is the same reality. This is the basic difference of understanding between Vedanta exposition and all other philosophies. Be very attentive. in all religions, God is recognized only as the efficient cause of this world. Is incomplete. When we are told God is all pervading, like a pot is made by a pot maker. With every pot, is the pot maker there? He cannot be. But with every pot, the clay is there. So as a material cause alone, the God can be accepted as the all-pervading reality. And therefore, when we touch a Shivalinga, we are touching the Lord directly. Many places they give this example, like the tricolor is the linga of India, a symbol of India, a pratik of India. In the same manner, Shivalinga is the symbol of Lord. This is the wrong statement. See, friend, our tricolor was born on a particular date. Who knows, as the time passes, how many colors will be added to that and how many colors will be taken away? Who knows? It is human creation. And when we are touching the tricolor, we are not touching India. But when it comes to Shivalinga, we are not touching the stone, because Paramatma alone is the material cause of this world. Upadanam prapanchasya brahmanaha anyanya vidyate. Therefore, there is no other cause of this world as the material cause. Tasmat, therefore, ayam sarva prapanchaha brahma eva asti nacha itarat. Therefore, this whole world is nothing but Paramatma. Now be very attentive. When you look at something with a vision which tells you this is a place for you to indulge, what will be our approach? Like, people go to various places. I also go. They go to Pattaya, Bangkok, Hong Kong. Do you think they go there for doing meditation? There, the purpose of their going is spending money and enjoying. But when somebody goes for a satsanga, he is going for a different purpose because his vision is different. In the same manner, when we look at this world as a place of indulgence, we will become bhogi. But when we look at the same world as nothing but the Lord, with the Lord, we cannot be the bhogi, but we will be the servants of the Lord. And once the attitude of service creeps in our system, I disappears. And when the I disappears, then the truth alone remains. And the I can disappear. One of the symptoms of the I's disappearance is we are not obsessed. We are not strong personalities. See, we go to so many places. It is such a great fun to watch. Somebody, suppose marriage is there. Now in that marriage, those fools are the only important people. See? But you observe next time when you go. The whole crowd is never around these two. They are left alone by themselves. They look at each other. क्या करना है? पता नहीं बैठे रहो और क्या? And others are enjoying food and drink and gossiping and talking each other. And these two are dumbo sitting. कब तक बैठना है? पता नहीं यार. Because we are not interested in anything else except I. And then there are groups. And if in that group there are few 70 not out, 80 not out, then be ready for the possible century. I remember when I got married. Arey Ram, Ram, Ram. Why did you get married? And the whole story starts. And those two fellows are waiting. Somebody should come at least. Arey, say thank you. Our I become the only issue for all of us. And when there is an attitude of service, a servant never talks before the master. See? There is one term in Hindi, this term I learnt and heard in Vrindavan. There are some seekers, they go for satsang professionally. They are professional satsang. And they are called as Muh Lage. Muh Lage means they have got a very long tongue. Constantly blah 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 blah. Anybody coming over, why you have come? I know this Swamiji since he was not born even. Is it necessary? Because they just can't stop. They want a victim. Searching. Who has, this is a new victim, come on, attack. See, friends. Therefore, it is necessary that we stop getting involved in this world if we have recognized this world as the reality, the Brahman, and we cannot be excluded from the Brahman. See, friends. Very simple. As eyes cannot see themselves, mind cannot understand itself, so also when there is no otherness, everything stops. Thinking, desiring, talking, everything stops. And once we get to this point, only once in lifetime, once we get to this point, thereafter nothing matters in this world because the I has disappeared. And then such masters live in this very chaotic world, yet they are one with their own being. Tasmat sarva prapanchoyam brahmaivasti nacha itarat. Therefore the whole world is nothing but Paramatma alone. Now here you will get a big shock. Vyapya vyapakata mithya sarvamatmeti shasanat iti jnate pare tattve bhedasyavasara kudaha. Iti pare tattve jnate. In this manner, when we come to recognize the absolute reality, where is a place for differences and differentiation? In this way, when we know the in which way? Vyapya vyapakata mithya. See how it is mithya is wrong. Let us take few examples. When we say the God is everywhere, so what we have done? The total space is an object, and in that God is placed everywhere. So the space has become real and God has become a content. When we say God is that who is never negated in 3 periods of time. So in the past He is, in the present He is, in the future He is. Therefore, past, present and the future, they have become reality. And poor God is here also, there also. See, that is not the meaning. Be very attentive. When we say the water is present in all the oceans, all the rivers, all the waves, all the dewdrops, all the lakes and all the clouds. So what we have done? These things are given a status of reality, and in that we have put the water. So there is water in the ocean, there is water in the dewdrop, there is water in the lake. See how wrong it is. Once you get this point, Vyapya vyapakata mithya means what? It is something like the same example. When we say that the rope permeates the snake. Be very, very attentive. When we say the rope permeates the snake, what is the meaning of this statement? Are we giving a status of reality to the snake? In this example, what we mean is the appearance of the snake, which is projected by the mind, is supported by the substratum, which is the rope, and therefore the rope itself is appearing as a snake. But essentially, the rope alone is the truth, and snake is an appearance, it is not. This is the meaning of Vyapya Vyapakata Mithya. See, friends, should we say that the Turiya Tattva is present in the waking, is present in the dream, is present in the deep sleep, is present in the Samadhi? First of all, Turiya does not mean fourth. Grammatically, fourth, yes. But Turiya means the only one. Then why it is called as fourth? Because we are caught up in the three. Because we are all the time thinking about the waking, dream and deep sleep. And therefore, the fourth. See, friends, in the same manner, because we are caught up in the space, God is all pervading. We are caught up in the time, therefore God is omnipresent. We are caught up in the objects, therefore God is present in everything in this world. So we have first of all recognized time, space and object, and then we are talking about God, and therefore this language comes. From the absolute standpoint, there is neither time, nor space, nor object. From the absolute water's point of view, there is neither ocean, nor waves, nor river, nor clouds, nor dewdrops. Vedanta gives us this absolute vision. And when we look at the world from a wrong angle and the wrong distance, what we see is what is not. And what is never seen. See, suppose you know this Krishna's picture, poor Krishna gone. Suppose you see a huge portrait of some beautiful painting, oil painting, maybe about 10 feet by 6 feet, 8 feet wide. And you go very near to that painting, 3 inches. You will see only the ugliness of that painting. Okay, I'll go away. And you go for 1 kilometer away. That is also wrong. Then stand at a proper distance. Look from a proper angle. Then only you can see the beauty in that particular painting. See? The other day, this happened in Ahmedabad. I went to one of the offices of my friend and he was doing something. I said, okay, be busy yourself. I am not in a hurry. I was watching some small picture kept on the wall, hanging. It was as if, some sari border. So I went there, I was looking at it. Then my friend said, Swamiji, if you tell me what is that picture, I'll appreciate. So I looked and I said, it is Shirdi Sai Baba sitting. Behind him there is Om. In front there is one swastika and there is one lotus. He got up. He left his work. Came. He said, are you sure? Did you read? I said, where read? On that I said, no, I have not read anything. Okay, I'll give you a challenge. What is the challenge? He gave me a booklet, 60 pages. You see, in this booklet, there are 60 pictures. Can you tell me what are they? I said, okay, let me see. Only designs. So, the three-dimensional picture, then I took it. I said, start putting down. Okay, serial number 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the 60 I told him in half a minute. He said, Swamiji, I am defeated. Now you tell me, how do you do this? Because I am not able to do this. See, friends, when we are preoccupied with the non-essentials, we miss the essential in life. So what normally people do, they are unable to focus their vision into infinite. Let the picture be there. You focus your vision to infinite. The non-essentials will drop and the hidden message surfaces in a fraction of a second. In the same manner, we are lost in the non-essentials, the names and the forms, the time and the place, the relations, the possessions, and we miss the essential. This is what is the study of Vedanta. See, friends. And who can do this thing? He who is totally withdrawn from yoga and kshema. Those who have got all the burden, मैं लड़की की शादी नहीं हो रही, क्या करूँ? स्वामी जी क्या करूँ? मेरे से करा दो. These people can never walk the path. They want somebody who will fulfill their desires, who will touch them, and the moment you touch the girl, suddenly one broom drops. Broom? A broom, I'm sorry. One broom drops, and then nonsense. So, vyapya vyapakata mithya sarvamatmeti shasanat. The scriptures very clearly tell this. Sarvam Atma iti. There is but one absolute reality. Iti jnate pare tattve. In this manner, when you come to recognize what is the meaning of reality. The first day also I told you, Aparokshanubuti is a text which is teaching us how to evaluate, analyze and learn from our own experiences in the light of the scriptural authority. That is the Aparokshanubuti. It is not studying the book. It is studying our own experience. See, friends, otherwise we get lost only in this. You know, what is this? Sarvam Atmeti, why they are written? Why not Sarvam Atmeti? But here the Sarvam Atmeti. Now those who are lost only in the grammar, they can never go further. Nahi rakshati dukrum karne. See, friends. Therefore, iti jnate pare tattve vedasya avasara kutaha. Where is the place for differences and differentiation on account of the names and the forms? There cannot be. Shrutya nivaritam nunam nanatvam swamukhe nahi katham bhaso bhaved anyaha sthite chadvaya karane. Shrutya, by the scriptural authority, nunam nanatvam nivaritam. Necessarily, sincerely, the multiplicity is negated. See? Multiplicity appears does not mean what is appearing, what is experience, it is real. Please understand this point also. Because something can be experienced, because something is useful, that does not mean it is. See, we experience sunrise and sunset. It is useful also to get up and sleep. But that doesn't mean there is a sunset and sunrise. It is the movement of the earth which is superimposed on the sun. In the same manner, Here the teacher tells, Shrutya nivaritam nunam nanatvam swamukhena cha. Many ways the scriptures have again and again negated that the multiplicity cannot be real. It is only aupadhika. See, this is another important point. One space is referred by 10 different names. North, east, west, south, 4. The corners, 8, up and down. So are there 10 spaces? So it is only one space because of the conditioning is referred in 10 ways, and those conditionings and the directions are useful for navigation. That doesn't mean they are real. See friends, when we are conducting ourselves in this world, husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, that doesn't mean that is real. It is only for conducting ourselves in a decent human being type. That's all. Therefore, Shrutya nivaritam nunam nanatvam swamukhena hi katham bhasaha bhaved anyaha sthite cha advaya karane. Therefore, how can the jiva be recognized as other than the pure consciousness? See, I told you this example. One man with the conditioning of the wife is called as husband. The same man with the conditioning of his son, he is called as father. Has he ever become two? Because of the conditionings, one appears to have become many. But he has never become many. Until such time, we carry the load of this multiplicity on our head. We are samsari. And whenever we carry any load, whatever light that load may be, it will make us miserable if it is carried for a long period of time. See, even if you are a Sindhi and hold a papad in your hand, don't allow your hand to go down for 1 hour. That papad in 1 hour doesn't increase the weight. But then we get tired. Now I can't hold anymore. No, but you have this experiment going on. Oh, I can't. But why is it funny experiment? Then what do you want to do? I want to eat papad. Now when you were holding the papad, it was in your hand. When it has disappeared in your stomach, it is in you. Now it is not a load. See friends, be very attentive. Whenever any possession, whatever insignificant it may be, anything we carry for a longer period of time, it becomes troublesome. Hatred, obsession, then duragraha, on any small little thing, that alone will make you miserable in life. One has to give up these all wrong notions of life. See? So when this is carried with understanding, then katham bhasaha bhaved anyaha. Then we come to know, this husband, how can it be other than the man? This father, how can he be other than the man? And then we start reflecting on this. Who is miserable? Me as a husband or me as a man? But then we have to live in this world, isn't it, husband, wife? Yes, live. Then how do you live? Live as if you are doing a drama. So when you are in front of your wife, go on using all the adjectives. Honey, sticky, chewing gum. And make fool of her. See? But that doesn't mean if the honey has gone, now how can I take the tea? There is no honey in that. That honey is real. This is virtual. See friends, as you listen to Vedanta, so you listen to the world. This is the simplest way I can talk to you about. Therefore, do not give undue importance to this individuality. But is it not expected from the husband that he should tell everything to the wife, that he sneezed 3.5 times? 3 times it was a perfect sneeze. 4th time he opened his nose and it is closed. Go so much into the depth. Therefore, when anybody starts talking, I immediately say, yes, stop there. Many people write email. Any email which has got more than 3 lines, without reading, I said, noted the contents. Great, keep it up. Pata nahi kya tha. Keep on writing pages together. Who has time for all this nonsense? See, lesser you get involved in this world, happier you are. See, for us, involvement in this world is not enough to suffer. So we watch the serials. प्रेरणा को क्या हो गया? छोटी बहू बड़ी क्यों नहीं बनी? देवों का देव महादेव. Get out of this wrong method of living, friends. Then only you will enjoy the very present that you are. Katham bhasaha bhavet anya sthite cha advaya karane. So in this one absolute reality, the multiplicity of the jiva cannot be real. See? Therefore, 2-3 principles. 1, be happy. Not because of, but in spite of. 1. Second, never justify that you are miserable. Number 3, never try to make anybody happy. Because everybody has the right to be miserable. 4, you don't have to make anybody miserable. Why? Because everybody is self-sufficient. Relax. Then you are walking the path according to Vedanta Shastra. Otherwise, I have done this course, I have done that course, I have studied here, I have studied there, and then what is the ultimate? Nobody likes me. I don't know what's wrong with me. You are smelling Vedanta. Yesterday I went to somebody's house for food, 6th or 7th floor. The moment I said, my God, you people eat fish or what? I can't stand that smell. No, Swami, that is our neighbor. See? In the same manner, you talk to somebody. Are you Vedanti? Yes. Oh, thank you very much. Run. See? Yasmano dvijate lokaha, lokano dvijate chayaha. Our life should be so sweet. Everybody must want us. See, friends, you will, even if you imagine, wherever you go, everybody wants you. What a joy it will be. See, to understand this, take your own homely example. You come home and in your house, the door is opened by your wife and she is dressed not in a nightie like a chudel. Again, not like that. She is dressed in a choice dress of yours. What you like the most. Nicely dressed, and she takes the briefcase from your hand, puts it down, holds your hand, slowly brings you and puts you on the chair, and then sits down, and then removes your shoes. There is a hot water container, and she puts a clean, white, perfect napkin into the water, squeezes it, and slowly wipes your feet. Imagine, man. It doesn't This imagination has given you so much happiness, isn't it? If it really happens, wherever you go in the world, that is the fulfillment in life. To love and to be loved is the only fulfillment if we have really studied and digested this Vedanta Shastra. See? Normally what happens? We become only curt, matter of fact. Life is not a matter of fact. Life is a matter of understanding. Therefore, katham bhaso bhavet anyaha. There is nothing like Jiva, Jiva, Jiva. You are the divine blissful self. And if we are the blissful self, we cannot bring out the bubbles of the blisters. While you are coming, these days the people are selling, on the roadside. They have got some gun, and they got doing, and those soap bubbles come out. In the same manner, if we are blissful, how can the bubbles of blisters come out? Wow, 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 wow. See, friends. Katham bhavet anyaha cha advaya karane sthite. In this one absolute blissful self, there cannot be any place for a miserable entity called as the Jiva. Doshopi vihita shrutya mrutyor mrutyusa gacchati iha pashyati nanatvam Mayaya vanchito naraha. Bhagavan Shankara says, Shrutya, in the scriptures it is very clearly told that yaha iha nana iva pashyati. He who is seeing and authenticating that the multiplicity is real, such a person is carrying the load of the dosha, the misunderstanding, and as a result, he is definitely not fulfilling his presence in this world. He will be only struggling through and through his life. Such a person, he goes from death to death. He is constantly dying. Is it not our story? Something happens, mar gaye, subah chai nahi mili. After that you get a cup of tea. And then you want to go and take bath. And you switch on the tap. Mar gaye, pani nahi. So we are ever ready to die. And yet we don't die. See, friends, that is not life, friends. Therefore, this world has to be recognized in the light of this reality, that from the body point of view or the jiva point of view, the appearance of the multiplicity is not real. There is but one reality. From the upadan karan, material cause point of view, there is one reality, and from the efficient cause point of view also there is one reality, and they are not two realities, but the same reality is both the efficient and the material cause. In Mundakopanishad, it is said, Yathorna nabhi srujate grinnate cha yatha prathivyam oshadayaha sambhavanti yatha satap purushat keshalomani tatha ksharat sambhavati vishvam. As the spider brings out the material cause of his house, he himself is an architect, and he himself is the labor, and he constructs his own house. He doesn't require anything external support. He is the material cause and he is the efficient cause. In the same manner, this world is created or appearing in this one absolute reality. There is no place for the multiplicity. Therefore, Brahmanaha sarva bhutani jayante paramatmanaha tasmadetani brahmaiva bhavanti tyavadharaye. Sarvani bhutani paramatmanaha brahmanaha jayante. All the things or beings are born out of this absolute reality, the Parabrahma Paramatma Tattva. Tasmad, therefore, etani sarvani bhavanti brahma eva. Therefore, they cannot be anything other than the Paramatma. See, friends, how do we understand that whether we are practicing this knowledge or not? How do we understand? Today I went to Pune. Last night I received one SMS at about 12 o'clock. Swamiji, I have studied and understood everything. No doubt about anything. But when will I have the vision of Krishna like you have? And I know that lady is from Pune. So I told her, see me tomorrow, contact so and so. At 12 o'clock I sent SMS. Today when I went there, she came there. Oh, you could see the joy. Swamiji, you said it and I am here. and started Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, as if totally liquefied. I can't imagine that I can see you so casually. Dear friends, how we look at the world, that will give you the vision of God. Now there are 4 visions of God. One is, we have to have an altar of reverence, before whom no logic, no argument, absolute surrender. When this is, the I disappears. And when the I disappears, there is not a single word that can come from our mouth. No. See, friends. Number 1. Second thing, those who are our contemporaries, be friendly. But we normally impose our friendship on others. There used to be a friend of mine. One day I told him, I said, look here, I appreciate your love, but I am not a wild animal, okay? I am a human being. He was having a very funny expressions of love. Suppose he'll come from backside, give one heart in my back. Arey yaar, kahan se? Don't beat me. This is not love. See? Be domestic. Then the third, there are people in this world, dumb, fools, younger than us. Then just we have to forgive them. There is no way out. Okay? And also there are problematic creatures created by God for our spiritual practice. See? So for all the daughter-in-laws, the spiritual practice is attributed to the mother-in-law. For all the husbands, the spiritual practice is attributed to the wife. For all the wives, the spiritual practice is attributed to the husband. And thus, we lead in this life in such a manner that we practice. We should not get influenced by their presence or absence. Then what is to be done? Protect yourself first. See, the other day one school teacher wrote me, Swamiji, here the children are not, interested in studying, and I teach them so sincerely, but they don't understand the value of education. What should I do? I said, do you get your salary? Yes. Second thing, are you appointed as the caretaker of all the slum children in the whole universe? No. When you are in the school, do your job perfectly well. When you come out, shed everything there and relax. Don't carry the load of goody-goodiness. Such, spurious goody-goodies are terribly dangerous. Live your life. And from such people, protect yourself. Durjanam prasamam vande, keep away. Never be in contact, company or discussion with such people. They will eat your head if you are a little bit. So, Brahmanaha sarva bhutani jayante paramatmanaha. Everything is nothing but Paramatma, but the expression of the Paramatma is different according to the conditioning. See, it is something like, as we have got food allergies, medicinal allergies, in the same manner, there are some psychological allergies to everybody. Now don't fight with it. Suppose you have got, peanut allergy. So don't take peanut butter. There are other butters available. No, but I like, then suffer. See, whole day keep on doing like this. Kya ho gaya? Allergy. Urticaria everywhere. Don't do that. Protect yourself. Keep yourself away from such people. Then, Brahmanaha sarva bhutani jayante paramatmanaha. See? Bhagavad Gita tells in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shvapake cha panditaha samadarshanaha. Samadarshanaha They look upon all of them with the equal eye. But when it comes to conducting relation or having activity, you cannot tell the Vidya Vinay Sampane Brahmane that you are a dog. No. You have to call the dog as a dog and the Brahmin as a Brahmin. Because you are conducting a business. See? Tasmad etani brahmaiva bhavanti tyavadhare. Therefore, everything in this world is Paramatma, and we interact with the Paramatma in such a manner that our mind is protected from our own interactions in life. Otherwise, we interact with the world and I don't know why did I talk, I don't know why did I go there. Don't do that. Okay, take care of your mind first. Brahmaiva sarva namani rupani vividhani cha karmanyapi samagrani vibhartiyati shrutir jago. Similarly, Shruti, the Shruti Mata, the mother scripture tells us, sarvani namani rupani vividhani cha. All the names and the forms of different kinds and also all the activities, samagrani karmani api, these they are all sustained by Vibharti, by the same Brahman, the reality, and therefore it is necessary that we have to keep this reality in mind while we are acting, while we are associated with any name and the form. Like example is given. Suvarna jayamanasya suvarnatvam cha shashvatam brahmano jayamanasya brahmatvam cha tatha bhave. Similarly, if the ornaments are created out of the gold, so the gold is the reality and not the names and the forms associated with the ornament. In the same manner, Paramatma is the reality in this world and not the different names and the forms and the differences. So to recognize that one reality, we have to remain indifferent to all the names and forms. And when we remain indifferent, we are protected. See friends, in Panchadashi, the teacher gives one example. There is one diamond and there are three people who approach. One wants the diamond, he gets it, he is happy. Other also wanted the same diamond, he didn't get, he is unhappy. The third person was not interested in the diamond. He is neither happy nor miserable because he is indifferent. We know only two extremes, either ha-ha or hu-hu, but there is a third option also. Keep yourself cool. Neither excited nor depressed. See friends, many times when we go to people's place, they get so excited. And that excitement will make them do any funny thing. Because they are not cool. Or else some of them get depressed. Is it some tiger coming or what? Keep yourself cool. Then only the truth can be revealed. So Brahmanaha jayamanasya brahmatvam cha tatha bhavet. Further, swalpamapyantaram krutva jivatma paramatmanohom yaha santishtati moodhatma bhayam tasya vibhashitam. Taittiriya Upanishad tells, Atha udaram antaram kurute tasya bhayam gato bhavati. If we create a little bit of duality in all our life, he is leading a life of fearful existence. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Before we sleep in the jungle, we are having a fear. Oh God, it is so dark and I don't know, some ghosts are here, tigers may come, snakes may come, and what will happen, what will happen. And you are so tired, finally you sleep. And as a practice, you start snoring. The tiger is afraid. Because for you, the one who is sleeping, there is no other. But for the tiger, there is someone other. See, this is a universal rule. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, there is fear. And sense of otherness is the duality. Therefore, Swalpam api antaram krutva jivatma paramatmanoho. Even if we have a little bit of difference, Jivatma is different and Paramatma is different, he is bound to suffer in his whole life. See, friend, spiritual life means fear-free existence. Any kind of fear we carry on our load, we are samsari. No fear of any kind. Why fear comes? Number one, because of the sense of otherness. Number two, because we may lose something. Because we may not gain what we wanted. Because of this yoga kshema and a sense of otherness, the fear is generated in our heart. And therefore, Jivatma Paramatmanoho alpam api antaram kurute tasya bhayam gato bhavati. He is bound to suffer the fearlessness, and he is called a yaha sankishtati mudhatma. He is called as the mudhatma. He is the fool of the highest order. Therefore, friends, please remember, if we are walking the spiritual path, the first and the most important thing is, are we leading a fearful life or a fearless life? A fearless life does not mean, in one children's camp, they told, Swami, please give them some kind of assignment so all of them can be kept busy for about 2-3 hours. I said, okay. Children, draw cartoons on I am fearless. And they had drawn the cartoon and exhibition was. So Swami, you judge. I said, I will not judge, I will simply see. And one child who was looking dumb, they were talking, no one laughing. And his cartoon I like the most. First square, I am fearless. Let the truck come, who cares? Second one, the truck comes and runs over him. Third box, from the sleeping posture he says, I think I was not fearless, I was fool. Fourth, now let me try a bicycle. So bicycle comes. I am fearless. And when the bicycle comes, the bicycle fellow tells, Hato. Nahi, I am fearless. So he thinks he's a fool, he goes this way. I think I should try fearless like this, not directly with the truck. How intelligent it is. Fearless doesn't mean you go to the 20th floor and jump, I am fearless. So Dumbo, that is not being fearless. Fear about 6 things. Old age and death, hunger and thirst, and shoka moha, the delusion and regrets. When these 6 fears are conquered, then alone we are leading a real spiritual life. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.